Alright, boys, we got another drama. Every ARPG, we got drama. So basically, there's a rule in the boss kill event for Uber Avaroth that you could not have access to the community testing program. Players with access to the community testing program leading up to the launch of Season 2 will not be eligible to claim prizes, as they have an unfair advantage due to information and ability to practice the encounter before the content has become available to everyone. Apparently, there's also a fully offline client for closed tests, so there's no way of tracking which closed testers have practiced the fight. Can't track what is read in the closed test Discord. Any person who has any access in any way is ineligible. This, as a trend, needs to stop. Blizzard does it, this game does it. Luckily, GGG does not do it. That is one of the things that GGG has done very well for basically forever now. Thank God they do. Can you imagine every single PoE season being solved on release?
It's so dog shit. It's so dog shit. It's like some cheap engagement. They get a short-term boost for a long-term hype kill. It's a trade-off. You get a short-term metric boost, okay? Short-term metric boost for them releasing some guides and some dog shit. But actually, do you know what you do? The discovery process is like annihilated because guess what? It's done beforehand, all under NDA. They've released fully solved guides. It's nowhere near as interesting because people aren't out there like discovering the builds in real time. They aren't discovering the new content. They ain't discovering... Which is one of these things. And you are right. GGG does do closed tests, which is dog shit when people enter those. But the competitors nowadays don't enter the closed betas, right? Because I remember, wasn't there drama with you specifically, Ziz? Weren't you in a closed test before a race? And then there was like drama because you knew some shit, which people were pissed off about. I remember that, actually. I recall that situation. ZZ ran, bro. Yeah, which is why they stopped letting people in who are actually like doing competitive shit go into those tests. Okay. ZZ Joe, bro. Zizarin _ GGG.
Yeah, so why is it bad? The game is solved weeks before it's released. You can go on... It was like literally 3 days before this update on Last Epoch was released. And you know what? There was full tier lists already. There was already full tier lists. The game was solved.
It's dog shit.
We knew what the best build was. We know what the worst build is. It's dumb and stupid. A lot of people... Now, PoE 2 it's always kind of been here, but PoE 2 has really brought a curse upon all ARPGs that will last for generations. God help our children. It has brought this horde of man-children who never progressed past the age of 7 that lack any concept of empathy or putting themselves in someone else's shoes. A lot of you probably don't care about this, but a lot of people do care about being able to find builds and seeing how it compares to other people and what they come up with. People enjoy games in different ways. May this serve as your lesson, and maybe now you won't have 4 ex-wives and people will like you. This basic human ability. This is your chance to start.
Wait, what is she saying? I'm so confused. I've listened to everything she's saying. I'm confused what she's saying. I don't understand what she's saying. What is she saying? Well, I don't understand what... Wait, maybe we'll continue. I don't understand what she's on about. I'm going to be honest. I've been listening, but...
Again. So with that note, yes, you might not care, and I've seen a lot of this, but this is an aspect of the game a lot of people care about, like me. It's fun to go into a game, try your own build, and see how it stacks up. Maybe you make something really good, maybe you don't. If you make something really good...
So she's saying people are retarded who's saying nobody cares. Well, yeah, because those guys are retarded. Okay, so that's what she's saying? I think that's what she's saying. People are saying, like, nobody cares. Yeah, those guys are dumb as fuck. Those guys are brain dead and retarded. And it doesn't matter. Then it literally does, like, legit, if you think nobody cares, well, then it doesn't matter if they just release it raw dog and everyone makes the guides after the season launch instead of, like, before. Because you're not going to, if you don't care anyway, then it doesn't matter. Whatever, you get a, like, dude.
That's, like, one of the best feelings. You're one of the first people to do something and discover something. It's sick, right? And this closed test thing, giving it to every content creator.
The mystery, it destroys the mystery and the discovery, the sense of you're treading where no man has gone before. You're experiencing a new mechanic and like live raw dog at your computer, and you could be the guy, bro. You could be making a Reddit post and be like, "Holy shit! I just put this item on with this thing, and the interaction's insane." Like anyone can do it. But if it's all pre-sold beforehand, that doesn't exist. It's just like, oh, well, it's already completely, there's that sense of discovery and wonder, gone. Now, there are some upsides, and that is they can test the game more, right? And it can be more thoroughly, like, things that are completely broken can be hotfixed. But it's not worth it. Which is why I'd rather have a jankier, less balanced game that at least is everyone's going in at the same starting point and there's not a bunch of people who've already just practiced it, tested it, solved it. Straight up.
And diminishes that whole aspect of the game.
True.
D4
True.
does it too. And now people are going to say things like...
D4's bad.
I know I'm getting rage baited on Twitter, but it's like, it's common off of Twitter too. You're gonna see people in the comments who didn't even get this far in the video saying shit like this, go clown on them after you watch it. But people they play PoE 2 for they beat the campaign on normal, and they think they know everything about every ARPG. Like this guy, they let streamers play PoE 2 in NDA from releasing them or info too early.
Yo, that definitely pissed me off a little bit as well, bro. Yo, I remember that. I remember them being able to play. They got to play for hours. That was like... Yeah, I remember that, dude. Dude, Extra Joe?
No.
Extra Joe logging a PoE 2, bro? Who the fuck, bro? I fucking hate that, bro. Fucking hate that.
We got to play for 2 to 6 hours in Axe. Nobody touched endgame. This guy thinks players should be the tester and not the employees. You know, but like I said, it's not just Twitter. It's really everywhere now. It's kind of spread like a plague. And people will say things like, oh yeah, but how else are they gonna fix the bugs and the balance and whatnot? Well, let me tell you, the closed test doesn't fix those things. If you think balance is good in Last Epoch right now, then you just don't care about balance, which, I mean, it's fair. Like, see,
well, okay, Lily, you can't be this biased. There's a trade-off, right? You gotta look at the cost benefit analysis here. Okay, we're gonna have a look, and there's obviously upsides to having a bunch of bozos test it, and versus having less people test it. The more people test it, right? The more people test it, the more egregious broken shit will get discovered, and the earlier they can act upon these and fix it, right? Okay. Now, you totally ruined the discovery, the mystery, the not knowing. Obviously, to us, the people who like making builds, this is bad and nowhere near worth like the small balancing changes that you get in. But there is a slight upside, right? There's no doubt. It's just the downside is so fucking gapingly huge that it's insane to me that they actually do it, which I agree. It is, but there is a slight benefit. There is logic behind doing, closed testing, getting a bunch of super triad sweaty guys coming in, trying to break and abuse everything. So then they can be like, oh, wow, we didn't see that. 100%. But there are technically pros and cons in both ways. It's just from my point of view, and I think from most people's point of view, it's way cooler if everyone goes in knowing fuck all, because then anything can happen. Even if it does mean maybe like one or two more stupid things slip through the cracks.
I understand not caring about balance, but you got to be able to understand the people who do care about balance, right? And balance is in a terrible, terrible spot in this game. And a PTR has never fixed that. Doesn't fix it with Blizzard games. Doesn't fix it with Last Epoch. It wouldn't fix it with PoE 2. So...
Well, the thing is, open PTR is different to closed PTR as well. Like if everyone can access a PTR, technically it's less cringe. Still cringe, but less cringe. Open PTR, but if you have it's the closed one where you just allow the fucking turbo tryhard nerds to come in and then fucking solve everything and then find all the OP shit and then that's the giga bad one. Open PTR, I'm more open to that, right? Because then anyone like you, chatter A, chatter B, chatter C can go on. I can go on. Fucking your boy can go on, and it's kind of like, but then it's almost like you're doing an early access season where there's way less people playing, and then it makes it a real season far less hype. So it's again another trade-off. Still less cringe than the closed one. But yeah, again, there are pros and cons. Overall, though, totally agree that fuck that. Let the people who work at the company, who they pay to fucking test, hopefully they're smart enough to catch most of the fucking broken shit, and then just release it raw dog, baby. Release it raw dog.
It's not really a benefit either.
Making shit up. No, I played a thing called Diablo 3 where they had open PTRs, and all the top players went onto the PTR, and we all went on there and broke the game, discovered things, just fucking did lots of broken shit, competed on leaderboards even. There was leaderboards, like the preseason leaderboards. It was like the warm-ups. It was kind of like there was the Olympics. And you know the things before the Olympics, like the pre-qualifiers? The PTR was like the pre-qualifiers. People kind of go on there and like, look what I did with this build. Look what I pushed with this build. And everyone was kind of like showing like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, all the big boys, all the heavy hitters would log into the PTR to fuck with shit. But again, don't get me wrong, we would then go into the season with most things solved, which was certainly a lot more lame, and it made the season release less hype. Okay, chat. Early seasons of Diablo 3 were insanely competitive with fucking crazy amounts of people playing. It went crazy, bro. It went nuts.
There is no benefit except for ruining the aspect of games for people who like to discover things. It's literally the only thing that happens. And, yeah, it is extremely stupid. This trend needs to stop for the people who give a shit about this, which is a pretty significant portion of people. Yeah, I don't know. It's just absolutely stupid and dumb. And this practice needs to stop.
The thing is, the who care guys get the last laugh. Because they're like, well, who cares? And the thing is, they don't even care. The who cares guys don't give a fuck. They just game enjoy. The who cares guy. And the thing is, for the people who care, most people would prefer it to. The thing is, the who cares guys wouldn't care if people went in Raw Dog, or they wouldn't care if it was pre-solved. They don't care, right? So the argument of who cares is kind of, you can't really compete with that. And the reality is, most people don't care. But for the people who do care, I feel like the overwhelming majority of people who care, right? A lot of chatters are the carers, right? A lot of the streamers are the carers. We care. We would all prefer the game to be Raw Dog blind. No, like secret testing, no closed test. Fuck that. Everyone goes in at the same starting point. But the who cares guys, because the reality is, the who cares guys, they don't care. They could, all the meta cucks can go in and pre-solve everything. They don't care. They could all go on blind. Nothing's pre-solved. They don't care. The who cares guys really just don't care.
I think that's about all I got.
Any carers?
Yeah, it's stupid.
True.